Hello everyone. At our Divisional Leadership Conference, we looked at the important elements that go into creating a people-first culture. I hope each of you have had the opportunity to focus on working on your leader action plan. Now is a good time to revisit your plan and check in with your manager to really reflect on how you've been showing up for your team, the progress you've made to date, and areas you want to continue to focus on. As I share when we're together, we're committed to supporting your development and growth as leaders. Over the next 12 months, we'll be launching a series of learning moments, and you'll have the opportunity to go deeper on many of the concepts we've learned about. Take advantage of this time, and I hope you enjoy it. I would love to hear your feedback along the way. See you soon.
Girls, what y'all trying to do?
Empathy enables us to connect with others in a meaningful way. It's one of the key components of emotional intelligence and a critical leadership skill. Creating connections with others is every leader's responsibility. It's your responsibility. Empathy through the lens of being BMO is the ability to overcome your own perspective, appreciate someone else's, and step into their shoes, even when that perspective is quite different from your own. Empathy allows you to relate to people and their ideas or feelings. Empathy is recognizing emotion in others. Empathy fuels connection. All of us want to be seen, heard, and known by others, particularly those that are important in our lives, including friends, family, and senior leaders. When we're recognized in this way, our motivation and commitment go up. Here are some tips to help you create capacity to lead with empathy. 1, be present. Being present in the moment means to be completely focused on what's happening right here and right now. It means you're with people, giving them your full attention so they feel recognized and motivated. When you're not present with people, it weakens their willingness to commit. This can be very challenging for us as leaders, given the busyness of our day. However, it's key to your ability to focus and truly listen. Avoid multitasking and put your technology away. Remember to balance listening and talking. Reach out and connect. Get to know each person on your team as individuals and understand what makes them tick. What made them who they are? What's important to them? What do they care about? And how do they like to be recognized? When you put building relationships first and create a culture of care, engagement on your team will go up and results will come. Listen to understand versus listen to craft a reply. Listening to others is key to developing empathy. The problem-solving part of our brain can sometimes be domineering when we're listening to someone else talk, because we naturally want to go to solution and feel like we're making progress. It can definitely be hard to turn off. Instead of listening for problems, listen to the meaning and especially the emotion communicated beneath the words being spoken. Rarely do people mean what their words alone mean. Listen for what moves you and what touches you. Listen for how someone is feeling and acknowledge it. Find ways you can connect yourself and hear inside and behind the words of someone else. Express what you heard beneath the words. Also, observe body language and what's not being spoken. Suppose one of your direct reports comes into your office and to discuss an issue. You might acknowledge their feelings by saying something like, "That sounds really upsetting," or "That must be frustrating for you." That simple act will open up the channel between the two of you and allow you to connect. This will allow you to build a relationship with your direct reports first and ensure that they're open to coaching moving forward. Recognize perspectives. When you get to know your people and acknowledge their feelings, they will feel more motivated, work more productively, and they're more likely to stay even when the going gets tough. Sometimes as leaders, we get caught up in believing our own perspective is reality, that we forget the circumstances that our people find themselves in. Becoming more aware and recognizing perspectives is key. Once we appreciate perspectives in others, it makes it easier to be empathetic and understand what action we need to take to support each member of our team and our customers. Acknowledge feelings, values, and strengths. Empathy isn't about taking on emotions and perspectives of others. It's more about understanding them and considering them. Express what you heard beneath the words. Acknowledging an emotion, value, or strength doesn't mean you agree with it or that it was even appropriate. For example, let's say one of your employees, John, comes into your office and they share that they don't feel they've been recognized for their contribution to the team. You could go straight into problem solving, point out all the recognition you felt you've given them over the past quarter. Or instead, you could say, "John, I can see the courage it took to bring this up. I can also see that you value fairness. Tell me more about how you would like to be recognized and the type of recognition that's impactful for you." By first acknowledging John's strengths and values, you build his confidence, and in addition, you're working on building a strong relationship with him. I want to leave you with one last thought. The reality is, empathy has no script. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It all starts with listening, holding space, and withholding judgment. Empathy fuels connection. Remember, your team needs you. Connect, then lead.
Move